Breaking. Tourette's campaigner John Davidson allegedly interrupted the ceremony by shouting the N-word at Michael B. Jordan. Uh-huh.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Oh my god! Everybody's silent. Everybody heard that shit. And the thing is, he waited for the applause to end, bro. Like, bro, this guy waited for the best possible moment. Oh my god. And so apparently this guy is a Tourette's campaigner. And he just said... Wow. Wow. And so, what is this here, if I can find it? Michael said, Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan did what we had to do. It did what we had to do. This guy just ults out of nowhere, man. God damn, was his name Eric Cartman? Nobody could be an old version of Eric Cartman. So, yeah, I don't know about this. The Mexican authorities got a woman close to narcoboss. I didn't see that at all. It's great advertising, though. I mean, you're right. I didn't even see that. The left is attacking the guy for thinking the word. Can you believe that? So, let me see how I pull this up, right? So let me go and read some of the comments about this. They thank the audience for their understanding after activist with Tourette's yells the N-word at two black actors during the awards ceremony. Oh my god, what world are we in? This is amazing. Okay, so now... Bro, people are so stupid, man. I know. Look up Jamie Foxx reply to this. I didn't see anything about this. And I've worried I said Donald Trump's name 3 times. It's like Beetlejuice. Well, he only said the N-word twice. Yeah. If you say it 3 times, it brings back racism, okay? And so what's this? And did we have to, are there any more clips of this here? Sinner's producer said the actor also hurled the wait, he also called her the N-word too. Oh, so he's wilding out. Sinner's producer says BAFTA Tourette actor also hurled N-word at her after he shouted it at the stars. So he was just looking at him. Oh my god. Like, this is funny. Let me see. I pull this up and see what it is. And, uh-oh. So here's another comment about this. Alien superfan, you don't get to police how black people react to racism. Also, John Davidson is racist and his Tourette's isn't an excuse. Fuck him. I mean, like, I don't even know, like, what this... I don't know how Tourette's works. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, if the guy... Like, listen, here's my honest opinion, okay? Don't bring people that have Tourette's to an award ceremony and put them close enough to where you can hear what they're saying on the mic. Duh. Of course not. Why not? I don't know. It's just a mistake, right? I mean, like, you just shouldn't do... He was thinking it. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I guess so. And so people with Tourette's can't control themselves. I'm not saying that they can. I don't know. I think that's the way it works. I have no idea. Everyone knows you have no idea? Of course not. Why would I fucking know that? But either way, it's staged. It's not a pass. I don't know. And anyway, either way, there's no way that you should put a person with Tourette's in earshot of a microphone during an awards ceremony. Really? Really? That's a mistake. That's a mistake. They shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done this. Like, it's a mistake. And so I don't see the problem. Of course not. No, what did he say that was wrong? What did he say that was bad? No, I saw the clip. I watched it 3 times. Yeah, I know. I saw it. Yeah, what did he say that was bad? I'm confused. And anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it beyond that. Every white person knows the word and not to say it, so obviously a person with Tourette's has a high chance of saying it. The question is anyone offended? I mean, I think that there's definitely some people that are offended. I mean, like, for sure. I can pull up some, like, I've seen like a handful of these comments about this. Let me see if I can find out. I'm assuming this is the person who said it, right? I'm guessing. Oh, he responded to this. John Davidson said he's deeply mortified that anyone thought his involuntary tics were intentional or carry any meaning. Full statement. I want to thank BAFTA and everyone involved in the awards last night for their support and understanding and inviting me to attend the broadcast. I appreciate the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording, warning everyone that my tics are involuntary and are not a reflection of my personal beliefs. I was heartened by the round of applause that followed the announcement and felt welcomed and understood in an environment where it would nearly be impossible to me. In addition to the announcement by Alan Cumming, I can only add that I'm always deeply mortified anyone considers my involuntary tics intentional carry any meaning. Okay, well, there we go, right? I mean, that's about it. I mean, I don't really... Tourette's isn't all verbal. Yeah, I know. There's like a, like physical tics that people can get to. I'll use that excuse next time. Yeah, sure, right? So inclusiveness did this? I mean, I guess. I don't really think that the reaction of John Davison can't be helped by this fakery. Oh, I remember this. This was during the Streamer Awards.
Here is a talent, but these people actually have talent. So, fuck off. This category celebrates the streamers who create the best art, food and drink, fuck off, the best dick, the best dance, cosplay, ASMR, or other makers creating content, among other things. So the nominees for the best creative arts streamer, suck my dick.
So people think that she's faking it. I don't know why people think she's faking it. I really don't. And I have no idea. I don't think she, after watching this video, I don't think she did anything wrong. I think she's totally like, she is completely innocent, didn't do anything at all. And I heard white noise. Well, I don't know, really. And so overall, like, I don't really see how it's, like, in my opinion, right, it's like if somebody says something, apologizes, oh, is this them oh, what's this?
BAFTA and the BBC have apologized after a person with Tourette syndrome BAFTA and the BBC have apologized after a person with Tourette syndrome shouted a racial slur during the British Academy Film Awards.
Yeah?
Good evening.
It could be heard as Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting the Visual Effects Award. Host Alan Cumming had earlier told the audience that a guest at the ceremony was John Davidson, a Scottish campaigner for people with Tourette's, who inspired the BAFTA-nominated film I Swear.
You may have heard some strong and offensive language tonight.
Cumming apologised, telling the audience the outburst came from involuntary tics associated with the neurological condition. The BBC also apologised for the strong and offensive language, saying it was not intentional.
Robert Aramai.
It wasn't intentional? Oh, man. Oh, bro. Dude, come on.
From I Swear.
I Swear won 2 BAFTAs, including Best Actor for Robert Aramayo, who plays Davidson.
John Davidson is the most remarkable man I've ever met. He's so forthcoming with education, that he believes there's still so much more that we need to learn about Tourette's. And tonight, especially, I just want to say that for people living with Tourette's, it's us around them that help define what their experience is. So, to quote the film...
Well, I saw it defined earlier. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this. It means the world to me. I can't believe that.
Great. I mean, like, again, I don't really have much of a... Like, I mean, it seems kind of obvious that the person that's doing this probably wasn't doing it on purpose. I think people that are getting angry at this guy, I think they're just being idiots, right? I mean, like, was he really saying it? Like, I'm guessing that, again, like, this is my very, very limited understanding of Tourette's. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But my very limited understanding of this is that the people that have Tourette's express themselves in these weird ways because they're offensive. And like, it's basically like if you have a thought in the back of your mind, it immediately just comes out without any sort of filter. It's involuntary, right? That's my understanding of this. So it's not thoughts. I mean, maybe, I don't really know. But like, there's also like kind of like, I'm sure, intrusive thoughts. Yeah, basically like intrusive thoughts. And I don't really see like how, I mean, here's a good way to look at it, right? Do you really think that he tried to say the N-word? Right? Like, he was waiting for his one moment. You know, he's built up his entire career. He's like 50, 60 years old, and it's all been building up to him calling Michael B. Jordan the N-word in the middle of an awards ceremony. Like, do you really think that, like, that's what he was trying to do, to say it twice, right? And so I don't really see that happening. The long con, right? This is like, you know, he built up a 20-year career so he can do that. I mean, I don't really think that's going to happen. The man shouted at the Queen. Well, I don't know if he did or not. That's the first time I'm hearing of this. But I do find it to be very interesting that, you know, somebody would ever do this. I would urge compassion on both sides of this argument. What is this?
By far the biggest surprise of the night, like we mentioned earlier, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Michael B. Jordan, all of these, Timothée Chalamet, all of these big names expecting they might have got the chance to win Best Actor, and it went to a young lad from Hull, which was lovely to see. And like we said earlier, his speech and the real-life Tourette's campaigner, John Davidson. John Davidson, some viewers may remember from a 1989 BBC documentary called John's Not Mad.
John's Not Mad.
He's been a passionate and vocal advocate to raise awareness for Tourette's throughout his life. And this was, I Swear, is the name of the film. That was about his life. John Davidson was invited to the BAFTAs last night as a special guest because it's an incredible occasion. His life story is in a film. Like I said, Robert Aramayo won for it. However, it didn't come without its pitfalls, sadly. Obviously, Alan Cumming was
That's
the
the thing, is like if you invite people that are, you know, like disabled in one way or another, that's not always like rainbows and butterflies. There's going to be complications and things that make that, you know, more, you know, like problematic in some cases. That's the way it is.
The audience very aware that John Davidson was going to be in the crowd. There may be the odd outburst, slur.
And there was.
He made himself known all right? He sure did.
Very unfortunately, when two actors from Sinners took to the stage, Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. And John Davidson let out a very...
I love listening to them talk about this because it's like just this really proper, I'm afraid to say what's actually happening type thing. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Just, I mean, that's what, yeah, he went up there and he said the N-word. There's two black people on the stage. Like, why are we talking around this? Like, dancing around it. Like, oh my God, it's the elephant in the room. Exactly. Like, what is this?
Slur at these two actors who are both black, obviously, and that's caused quite a bit of an uproar online.
Yeah,
it's created a real debate as to whether, how do you deal with this situation? Is it a case where
well, it's simple. Like, you just don't, if you don't like people with Tourette's doing Tourette's things, then don't invite people with Tourette's to your event. Like, I don't understand this. This is like, I bought a bird, and the bird keeps chirping. Can you believe this? Like, every day, it's going like, aap, 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 aap. That's what birds do. Don't buy a fucking bird. If you don't like that, don't buy a bird. Like, I don't know. How is this so complicated for everybody? Really? Like, it's obvious.
What measures need to be in place for John? Is it a case where John shouldn't have been invited in the first?
You shouldn't put him next to a microphone. Duh. You can invite the guy, put him off in the corner away from the fucking mic. Like, obviously. Like, how is this even a conversation?
Place. It's created a real conversation.
Put a muzzle on him? Oh, God.
Which I don't think has been helped by people like the actor Jamie Foxx.
Yeah?
Jamie Foxx, who is a very well-known singer and actor, has gone online and accused John Davidson of meaning the outburst.
Why?
It's unacceptable. He meant what he said.
Wait, what? No, there's no way he said that. I don't believe this. There's no way. Jamie Foxx is furiously attacked. Is there any instance of this? Like, let me see. I pulled this up. What is it? Out of all the words you could have said, Tourette's made you say that. Nah, he meant that shit. Unacceptable. BBC edited out a free Palestine shout from the filmmaker's acceptance speech, but left the Tourette's tick uncensored. Guys. This is the kind of... Dude. This is good. Dude. Oh, wow. That's crazy. And he got caught? Yeah, exactly, right? Wow. Advance notice of acceptance speech? That's probably what happened. Yeah, you're right about that. Is that people knew what the speech was going to be, so they knew that they could edit it out ahead of time?
In this sort of situation, personally, I try not to be clumsy of my words here, and I'm very conscious that I am a white man saying this. I think there needs to be a great deal of compassion on both sides of this argument. I don't think this is one of those cases where it's right versus wrong.
Of course there is. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, if you have Tourette's, you say random shit randomly that you don't mean. Like, that's literally what the definition of it means. That's like getting mad at a short person for being short. That's like getting mad at a person that's born without legs that they can't walk. Like, that's literally what the disease means. If you're mad at somebody that they're doing what the disease that they say they're... this is the definitional behavior of the disease, and you get mad at them for that, then just say that you don't like people with that disease. It's that easy, right? I mean, that's really what's going on.
John today will undoubtedly be feeling horrendous.
Being short is a disease. Well, it's a, what I mean is like, it is a physical condition that a person is in that they didn't opt themselves into, right? Like, you don't spawn in and decide to be short. You don't spawn in and decide to have Tourette's. You don't spawn in and decide to not have legs, right? So that's really the difference.
Yeah. Likewise, Delroy and Michael, two incredible actors, shouldn't be subjugated to that sort of terminology.
It's on such a high...
Well, I mean, if you don't want them subjugated to that terminology, then don't invite people with Tourette's to the event. It's that simple. Like, this is the problem, is that, like, this decision is actually super easy. It's such a super fucking simple, easy decision. If you don't want people to do that, then don't bring people that do that. If you don't want something waking you up in the middle of the night, don't buy a rooster. Do not buy a rooster. If you have trouble sleeping and you don't want to deal with something waking you up at 4 in the morning, do not buy a rooster. You should never buy a rooster. Roosters are the last thing that you should buy. Or don't invite black people? Wait a minute. That's a good point. So what if they just don't invite any black people? And that way, you can invite people with Tourette's, and they won't get offended. There'll be nobody there to get offended. So I never thought about that. I never thought. See, now you're thinking big picture.
Profile stage as well. Yeah. Did I hear we had a clip?
He wants to watch the clip.
Okay, well, hopefully we've got a clip in a moment.
No.
Let's take a listen.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night.
There's
for
no
a
way.
Vital part of movie making.
There's no. Why do you even play the clip? Like, it's muted.
Ooh. You see Delroy Lindo's face there.
Dude, you know the funny thing is that this younger guy, he thinks it's funny. You know he thinks it's funny. Like, it's so obvious he thinks it's funny, and it's just
and it was a truly uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
But he appears to have been taken out about halfway through the ceremony. The first half there were a few shouts, and then the second half, it appears he was no longer in the auditorium.
Yeah, well, it wasn't exclusively to that moment. He interrupted a number, inadvertently interrupted a number of speeches and whatnot. The BBC have told Variety, I believe, that they would never, he was invited as a guest. They would never ask him to leave if you're invited as a guest. But towards the second half of the show, it appears he may have taken himself out of the auditorium just because you know, like I said, I don't have an answer to this. I don't think anybody does.
Of course you do. It's such a simple answer, but the problem is that you have these weird fucking soy baldies that don't understand making a decision. You have to make a decision. Do you want black people to be called the N-word, or do you want to not invite people with a disability? Pick one. That's it. So do you want to have black people be called the N-word or not invite disabled people? Just make the decision. It's such an easy fucking decision. You just decide which one's more important, what should I rather do, and you do that. It's simple. Holy shit, what's wrong with these fucking retards? Duh.
I would just urge compassion on both sides of this argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's doing around.
Somebody's saying both. So you're saying we don't invite... Oh, you're saying so we do have black people get called the N-word, but we also don't invite any disabled people anyway? Okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that one. That's a lie. I was totally expecting somebody would say that.
On social media, I think everybody needs to sort of take a breath and see both sides.
Well, let's end on a high and talk about Jessie Buckley, winning Best Actress.
See both sides. I mean, again, if somebody gets offended over that or they're getting angry over it. So my point is that 2-hour delay, they managed to edit out the one saying pre-Palestine, but it didn't edit out the man shouting the N-word at 2 black people. Apparently it wasn't at 2 black people. It was actually at multiple other black people, including the 2 black people on the stage. Yeah, so he was also, like, I wonder, here's the thing. I wonder if whenever he was saying it, if he was pointing at anybody. That's the thing, it was like an AoE, it was like an AoE, like, like challenging shout, right? It was like an AoE attack. And so, yeah, I was pointing at anybody. And slur and spray, I guess so. So, oh my fucking god. And so Tourette's causes racism now. Yeah, definitely. And never knew having Tourette's caused people to blurt out the N-word. BAFTA provide grace my ass. Just so happened in Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lingo. Well, yeah, he probably did it because they were black. That's probably, yeah, there's probably a good chance that could have happened. Like, maybe not, but like, it doesn't mean that he did it on purpose. Like, that's just what happens. I mean, sure, it's a trigger. Yeah, it's like, I see. If I see one of them, I have to say it. I have to say, it's like a trigger, guys. If I see him. Oh my god, do we have a new king? What, do you want me to get the Burger King crown again? And so anyway, no, this is just, again, the entire discourse around this. The reason why I'm joking around about this so much is that it really is the oppression Olympics. It is the, nobody knows which side of virtue signaling to be on here. Are you on the side of the disabled person that calls black people the N-word? Or on you the side of the black people who are offended by a disabled person that's not able to control their behavior, right? Which one is it? Which one wins inside of the oppression pyramid? I think this is hilarious. I do. Because nobody knows the answer to it. They really don't. And it's the Virtue Olympics, yes. And yeah, the chicken or the egg, exactly. Oh my fucking god. And I kind of wish it was unintentional so we could call it racism maxing. Maybe, I don't know. And do you think they'd call a Karen a fat bitch if they saw one? Yeah, but you probably don't need to have Tourette's to do that. I think normal people do that all the time. It's not that big of a surprise. So yeah.